We are diving for donuts this morning. Krispy Kreme shares are under some pressure after the company lowered its full-year profit outlook. But the donut giant did see a strong quarter for sales in the U.S. and in key international markets. Let's welcome in Krispy Kreme CEO Mike Tattersfield. Yahoo Finance Brooke DiPalma joins us as well. Good to see you both. Mike, I'll start with you. Lots of great smelling donuts in front of me here on our Yahoo Finance set. How is demand looking? A lot of consumers are under a lot of financial pressure. What are you seeing?
I mean, if you saw from our third quarter, we grew almost 9% across the world. Every single one of our countries actually grew. And it really evolves around our hub and spoke model with our omni-channel approach, where we really use those donut shops and then use the spoke system to get fresh donuts out to the grocer and the convenience shops around the world. We see that demand continuing, as we even disclosed our start in the third quarter also started to be a low double-digit organic growth as well. So we see the demand still there.
Demand is still there, and so Krispy Kreme is introducing a new price tier here with customized handmade donuts. What is the expectations there, and do you see consumers trading down at all, perhaps getting less donuts or looking for more of those value offerings?
I mean, it's really interesting. We use pricing very strategically, whether you're proactive or reactive, right? Just to give you an idea, we didn't even take price in the US or the UK during the first half of the year. In fact, what we want to always do is, we serve across our spectrum, all the consumer base, all their economics. And what's really interesting is they're going to look for value, and they're going to look for great innovation, and they're going to look for pretty unique product lines. We did something in the US, which we've been consistent in the past, such as providing a active joy. We did the Beat the Pump promotion, where it matches the price of gas for a dozen donuts. That continues for another 2 weeks. That had just tremendous traction across all of our shops in the US. We also started really to tweak and start to think about the next pricing opportunity. Hand-cut donuts is actually something that our consumers are really looking for. We've seen that. We specialize on cinnamon rolls on Sundays. It has a big take. It is sometimes 50% more than any other donut that we have. So across the spectrum, we see people taking that. And what's really interesting is the innovation. We can now just, you saw us last time talking about Twix bars. Right now, we're ready to launch a fritter. There's a lot of really interesting innovation. Our consumer's always going to be realistic. If it's worth it, they're going to come to us. And we're always trying to be very thoughtful about what's the affordable sweet treat that they want to do. The one advantage that we still always will have is we're an infrequent product, and it's gifted a lot. So when the seasonality comes in, like in October for Halloween or something in the holidays as well, it is clearly where you see sometimes gifting is a box of Krispy Kreme. So you can see that as well.
Mike, I have in my hand right now a donut that I believe is part of one of those seasonal promotions here. And I was going on a tirade earlier about the statute of limitations that we may need to place on PSL season here, because it's gotten outrageous. So perhaps you can help us break this down. When you are increasing the earlier seasonality of some of these promotions, what type of flow through to your revenue, to your profits do you see?
So anytime we do innovation, right, it's always, we sell the business in dozens. When we do gifting, whether it's Halloween donuts, right now you're getting the pumpkin spice. The team decided to do something pretty unique and go a bit earlier, which is pretty fun for the American consumer. But innovation is a key driver of change and really drives the productivity and the economics of the business. So you'll always see us. We're going to launch a new fritter product that will come out in the next probably month and a half. We'll probably try to specialize it as well. But innovation and the balance of also what everybody also loves about us is original glazed donuts.
Krispy Kreme is also making a big bet overseas. Today, Krispy Kreme announced a partner in Turkey, part of a larger plan to expand to 3 new countries per year. Of course, here you're doing mega marketing to win over consumers. But when you go overseas, how exactly are you winning consumers over there?
Well, one thing that's pretty neat is the brand awareness of Krispy Kreme is exceptionally high. Consumers travel all over the world, and they've engaged our brand in whether it's England, whether it's Japan, whether it's in Singapore, whether it's in Mexico or Canada. So brand awareness is high. What's uniquely different now, and we're trying, what used to be the old franchising model, now we're partnering and trying to either partner with a group with them, or it's a franchise partnership that actually develops the brand, but they develop it in a hub and spoke model, right? So they're not building donut shops everywhere, and they're building a hub so then they can really build the spokes. That is very attractive to franchise partners. So you'll see even more news as we opened up with probably our biggest development agreement in Turkey recently, but there'll be others that come up probably even in the third or fourth quarter as well. So the demand of really figuring out how to get the donut business and then getting fresh donuts and access to the customers in a very capital efficient way is what the hub and spoke system does.
Mike, just two guys sitting here eating and talking donuts, as I am right now. You teased an analyst day coming up in December, looking to put out some longer term targets. I mean, how much growth do you see this brand having over the next 3 to 5 years?
So we're not changing our long-term guidance right now, right? So you think about what we have, a 9 to 10% organic growth, 12 to 14 earnings, and 18 to 22 from adjusted net income. That's there. What we're going to be doing is actually highlighting the transformation that we've continued to do. When we bought the U.S., we bought the system to control the brand so then we can really run the hub and spoke model, give an update on that. We'll give a little deeper update on what's going on with Insomnia Cookies, which is a fantastic brand, and the team is just doing a tremendous job. They own the night. It's a very e-commerce oriented cookie brand, which is just continuing to grow. We'll give an update on our branded Sweet Treat line, which really then gives us access to all the consumers across the U.S. and where its plans are. And we'll also really release the growth opportunity that starts to exist in international and the prioritization.
And on that note, with Insomnia Cookies, we've seen so many players come into the competition in recent years, especially on TikTok with Crumble Cookies. How are you keeping an eye on that competition there?
We always keep an eye on competition. We just got a great team in Insomnia, that really is always focused about delivering warm cookies fast, and they do it with an e-commerce model. They're in their season right now. They started in a college town environment, and they continue to really build the business. They're going to open up a significant amount of shops. Their long-term growth in the U.S. is getting to 600 cookie shops. And in fact, they're exploring actually how to go international. So they can see that opportunity. That is what we saw from Krispy Kreme when we actually said, why would we acquire Insomnia?
Mike, lastly, just settle this debate for us, if you could. I'm hoping you could. How much in pumpkin spice sales will you do this year? Coffee, donuts, how big a business is this?
So again, we're not a big coffee business, right? We're a donut business, right? So that's where we focus all our energy. Innovations can sometimes pop up to about 10% of a mix, right? Anytime between 5 to 10%, depending on product. But that's what we'll see. We do have a coffee business, so we will make sure that we provide some pumpkin piece. But our focus is on donuts. Our ability to focus on donuts is really what's helped transform this company. And even in a challenging quarter, that you can see the consumer stress over the world. One little data point that's pretty interesting. We grew donut sales again 7%.
Mike, we got to go. Perfect amount of time to microwave
I got to go
a Krispy Kreme donut. What is it? Is it still 8 seconds?
It is.
It's 8 seconds. Wonderful.
8 to 10 seconds.
You get a little everything here there, Mike. Get a little everything.
All right. Good.
Thanks so much, Mike. That's Krispy Kreme CEO Mike Tattersfield, as well as our own Brooke DiPalma. Brooke, which one do you have in your hand?
Oh, Boston Cream. The best one. I saved it for the end.
I was surprised that they were filling in one that I had.
Donut cheers, right? I think they do that, right? Donut cheers. There you go.